Welcome to a 1v1 on Langraskaya. This game is going to be SHERIF20XX versus 40Cake. 40Cake is actually a somewhat prominent member of the Grey Goo community, I believe, hosting a tournament for that game. If that's something you're interested in, you should definitely check that out. That's outdated information, though. I'm pretty sure I have no idea if that's even still true. But that's kind of a fun fact about that player. And SHERIF20XX I know nothing about. So let's see what 40Cake has to bring to his Company of Heroes 2 game. We've got Sheriff playing as U.S. forces here in the north, 40Cake playing as Oster there in the south, and we've got Rifle Company, Armor, and Airborne against 40Cake's German Mechanized, German Infantry, and Festung Support, which is a just terrible loadout. Let's see if we can make that work. No Tigers, no Collins of any kind except for the command tank. LEFH, terrible. German infantry, I have almost never seen win. And thank you, Lemon. For your generous $1 donation, I will move your replay into the fast lane immediately after this game. Happy to do that for you. As one of my star-crossed kings. I'm sure it's an excellent game, whatever it is. We've got two squads of riflemen over here on the right side working on the munitions. Rear echelon troops making their way towards the center VP. Grenadiers working on the center VP as well are taking a lot of damage from riflemen at medium range. They're going to be forced to retreat. Pioneers working on the strategic point right here.
This is now German territory. How can we help?
Yeah, you're right, Kamka. That is confusing. I need to like change the layout a little bit so that the font is like the proper size or whatever, so the numbers don't get all garbled, but whatever. Riflemen engaging here. Riflemen are going to win this engagement easily enough. He really needs to field superior numbers. Trying to win an engagement against riflemen at that range is not going to happen without a huge force by comparison. Pretty terrible engagements for 40Cake here at the very beginning. I mean, just look at the losses inflicted. 1 unit lost by Sheriff, already 6 model losses by 40Cake. That's a huge amount of manpower bleed against U.S. forces, especially where you're already really behind for manpower just because of the matchup. Not off to a good start. And we've got munitions cache going up here in the north by these rear echelon troops, and they're going to make their way across the top slowly but surely. Sheriff is pretty content to simply defend here in the center against pushes across this road. Sending 1 wounded squad to go try and cap these strategic points in the southeast. It looks like 40Cake is going to dedicate all of his efforts to trying to retake control of the center victory point for now. He has fielded an MG42 in addition to his 3 Grenadier openings, so should be able to win an engagement against those riflemen, but he's not going to do it very cost effectively with this red cover right here, unless he can get them suppressed. MG42 sets up, and Grenadiers try and cross this gap. He needs to get across the road into yellow cover, though he's just standing in the road, taking so much damage. Rifle grenade on that rifle squad will bring it low. Second rifle grenade, spent a lot of munitions, bled a bit of manpower, but he does take control of the central victory point.
Supply line just got cut off.
Rear echelon troops kind of slowly making their way across the north, particularly quickly.
We're getting plastered over here.
Grenade tossed by that rifle squad does like nothing. And those riflemen will be forced to retreat as well. And a tier 2 structure is going up here in the Oster base. Your echelon troops really need to keep moving, get some territory harassed. We have Armor Company selected by Sheriff, and he's fielded himself a squad of assault engineers, and now he's the one taking a lot of manpower bleed.
We got orders coming.
He's actually fallen behind. He had a huge lead, and now he's actually behind for model losses there. Grenadiers working on the right side strategic points.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Rear echelon troops still haven't even moved. Grenadiers grabbing this point. A couple reinforcing squads here in the base. Might be looking at a medic bunker somewhat soon. American player also needs to start thinking about fielding an officer. No lieutenant, no command captain yet. Got the fuel for captain. Having gone armor company, I expect captain. All of his rifles are now reinforced. Needs to start making a play.
Build complete.
Far to the left side of the map, maybe the center VP, get some harassment going. Rear echelon's still idle.
Tactical
What
point
doing?
being captured.
Grenadiers taking control of that fuel point. These three squads of riflemen don't seem to know exactly what they want to do. One of them is going to head left. Probably support with those rear echelons too. Two squads making their way to the right to counter harassment here of the fuel point, and these squads are going to set up here to defend. Center VP. The gunner for the machine gun is still in the road, although I think this grenade crater actually gives me a cover. Plus the rest of them are standing behind this shrub. Three squads of grenadiers simply defending right here. Mortar half-track fielded by 40K, who has chosen Festung support, which has the smoke, bombs, LEFH, mortar half-track. I don't know, the mortar half-track is nice. The rest of the commander features not all that impressive. I don't know if I've ever even seen sector artillery. Maybe it's really good, I don't know. I've never even seen it. I have no idea if it's good or not. Ouch.
We have lost a squad.
There's a squad wipe. Squad wasn't being monitored, despite it being the only engagement on the map.
Our opponents are
There's
seizing
a full
a
squad of
sector.
grenadiers to that grenade. Two squads still hanging out here in the center. Mortar half-track pounding away at the north, gets 2 kills on something. Rear echelons, I guess.
We have taken it.
Very slow. Very passive by both of these players. He has minor engagement there by the fighting position. Pios will disengage.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Just kind of trading territory for now, securing building control. Continuing to defend the center VP. These three squads reinforcing in the base. Another fighting position being built. Tier 2 is done. Panzer Grenadiers are on the field.
We are losing a
We'll see
sector.
minor cutoff harassment by one lone Grenadier squad, which will immediately be forced to retreat. And we have a bazooka upgrade on these riflemen.
Sustaining fire.
Panzer Grenadiers are pinned by a fighting position, should probably just retreat. This 221 on the field being upgraded with autocannon upgrade. There's really no reason to leave them pinned in red cover in front of that fighting position. They're just going to bleed manpower. Fighting position switches targets to the 221. And an AA half-track has been fielded by the American. Ooh, wow, really nice burst from the autocannon right there. 3 consecutive shots connected perfectly with that Gren squad, and he got wiped so quick. 222, ooh, and another squad just got wiped. Grenadier squad wiped right there. 2 Grenadier squads wiped in the blink of an eye. 50 cal is dealing heavy damage to the 222, which really should have flanked rather than tried to engage that fighting position frontally. It almost gets destroyed. Pioneers are available, however, to repair it, and the mortar half-track should probably move up to destroy that. It's a pretty obvious target for that. It's just kind of sitting over here behind this house for now, which is a dangerous thing to do, by the way, to sit without vision on the other side of that house. He's kind of vulnerable to riflemen jumping in there with their bazooka and catching him off guard, although he does have vision of the road from these forces right here. Rifle grenade deployed against those riflemen, does a little bit of damage, but 4 squad members are left. The AA half-track moves up to engage this blob of troops. The lieutenant making his way up from the south flank as well. Another really, really nasty series of hits from the autocannon wipes that squad. Machine gun just got wiped. Mortar half-track dealing friendly fire. Terrible engagement for 40K right there. Mortar half-track does do some damage to these squads trying to take control in the center. Lieutenant will retreat MG42 soft retreating away towards the, to take a position here on the road. I think he should just retreat that and reinforce it and heal it so that he can hold on to it for longer, but it does have cover from the fighting position. It does have assault engineers nearby to support. He may be able to shut down his opponent's next push, and since his opponent has such a weak army right now, and he's forced to spend a lot of his manpower on a new AT gun, he may be able to hold the line with a one-man MG for some time. 222 just exposed itself to the AA half-track. It just sat there taking autocannon fire and got wrecked. I don't know what that maneuver was meant to accomplish.
Well, grab your shit and follow me.
40 Cake is now in an extremely dire manpower situation compared to his opponent. Huge infantry army. Not to mention, this is a pretty big fuel setback for the mortar half-track. 40 fuel for this thing. Light AT mines going down here in the center. Half-track continues to pound away. Doesn't feel comfortable planting anymore, since that one's not going to do anything by itself, I don't think. Might get engine damage on a light vehicle, should his opponent field another one. Maybe the mortar half-track comes up right there. Autocannon firing at those clubbed grenadiers, but that half-track will be destroyed if it doesn't pull away from that anti-tank gun. And there he goes. What is he doing? What is this maneuver? Wow. 2 out of 3 shots just missed. That is the worst attempt at an escape I've ever seen, though. That was terrible maneuvering of that half-track. That was just awful. I don't even know what Sheriff was doing there, but dead AA half-track, I guess. MG42 firing on these guys. Going to suppress them soon. Assault engineers are waiting way too long to retreat. They're going to get wiped. Okay. Assault engineers and AA half-track die just for no reason. Ambulance making its way to the front line to reinforce the machine gun right here. Rifle grenade's going to finish it off, though. Plenty of infantry nearby to recrew that stuff, though. Idle squad standing right there. Idle squad in the base. Fighting position still has not been destroyed by that mortar half-track either. The Almost player has collected enough fuel to make it to tier 3 and field a Stug. Meanwhile, the American player has gone both lieutenant and captain tier, so his fuel not what it could be. Still no major on the field. Could throw out a Stewart, maybe. Probably gonna want to get an AT gun for that Stug first. Stug is gonna move to destroy the fighting position. Here's captain on the field, so he'll have some bazookas. We wish to counter that thing if it gets too aggressive. Fighting position is destroyed. Stug takes damaged engine from the rifle bazooka squad right there. That gets wiped by the Stug. Pretty nice hit. Nice baiting by that Stug, I guess, considering the American player is pushing so half-heartedly. Just really barely even trying. That push he made was with one rifle squad. That's a pretty big army. There goes another full squad. Bazooka's connecting pretty nicely with that grenadier squad, though. They're going to be forced to retreat. Ambulance is in the area to reinforce and heal the rifle and machine gun here, but they're going to keep taking damage from that mortar half-track. Up to 5 kills. It's semi-respectable, I guess.
It's done.
Things getting pretty quiet. Bunker going up here in the center. 2 squads making their way towards the north. Most American forces collecting in this area. We might see an attempt at destroying the mortar half-track. Lieutenant and bazooka squad about to catch it. Sort of out of position. One bazooka shot connects and it will pull back to safety. Grenadiers moving to counter. Ooh, but the bazooka connects from long range and the mortar half-track is destroyed. Grenade tossed on the anti-tank gun to bring it low. That squad retreated, maybe even prematurely. I don't know if retreating was necessary yet. Could have stuck around, soaked up a little more damage for the lieutenant, but either way, the lieutenant will win this engagement if the grenadiers don't reposition it into some cover, toss a grenade or something. And that's a full retreat. The lieutenant takes out the mortar half-track, inflicts some manpower bleed on an opponent who's already almost completely knocked out of the game. And another AA half-track is in production for whatever reason. We will see an M10 fielded here. Anti-tank gun also on the field, which needs to rotate to fire on the Stug, but there it goes, I guess, maybe, slowly. Stug is, I don't even know what it's doing. Stug is abandoned and the AT gun has been stolen by the lieutenant.
We have a forward structure under attack. The enemy has destroyed.
The T-gun destroys the bunker. Fresh mortar half-track just exposed itself to the stolen pack. What is it doing?
We now have access to mortar half-tracks.
I can't believe it's still alive. Rifle squad hops in the abandoned Stug. That pack just refuses to hit this mortar half-track. I feel like that mortar is going to kill that pack. Okay, there it goes. Well, they killed each other. Mortar half-track decrews the Stug, or decrews the pack. Pack destroys the mortar half-track. Lieutenant just got wiped for no reason by those grenadiers. Just walked up, almost dead lieutenant right into those two grens. Then this machine gun gets out of the building and repacks up. That's also probably gonna get wiped. Anti-tank gun gets recrewed by grenadiers here.
Area secure! Area secure!
Rifle grenade connects. Ooh, whoa! The pack just wipes the machine gun in this building by destroying the weapon. Wonder what the odds are of that happening. And then an anti-tank gun just wiped a 3-man grenadier squad. What?
A capture point is under attack.
This thing has 5 infantry kills. Jeez. What the hell was that? Okay. Still rifle squad just hanging out inside this Stug. He really needs to like get that out of there and get some rear echelons repairing this thing. He's also had an AA half-track AFK in his base for like quite a while. M10 still hanging out over here. Anti-tank gun trying to take back control of the center VP. 40K has basically no units left at all. I feel like this AT gun is about to wipe this entire army right here. Fortunately, the fog of war prevents that from happening. Some infantry forces making their way back towards the center now. What is that grenadier doing? He's not gonna win this engagement solo. Okay, he's dead, I guess, whatever. What's one grenadier?
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
Grenadiers taking a bunch of damage. Okay, there they go.
Armor here.
American player pretty lazy about capturing completely undefended territories. There's really no reason to let your opponent have this much territory when his whole army is 3 units. Apparently he's managed to go to tier 4. Wow, is it really 21 minutes into the game? Tier 4 already built.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
And I don't know, maybe he's gonna... If the American player just stays AFK for the rest of the game, he'll get a Panther out eventually.
Reinforcements complete.
Okay, one rifleman is making his way to harass the left side. And there's the 3rd mortar half-track of the game. Maybe this one will have a little bit more success. See a push for the center victory point now.
Schützenpanzerwagen, Granatwerfer are now available. Half-track has arrived.
There goes that rifle squad. Just wiped, just standing there, and then he's dead. What was that noise? Oh man, another mortar half-track just died? That M10 is just ruthless. The anti-tank gun support. Okay, there goes another one, so he fields a 4th. And exhausts all of his fuel reserves, further delaying whatever tier 4 unit he might have been planning on getting. Anti-tank gun moves up to fire on that M10, which will reposition to safety, maybe. I mean, he made a Made an effort at least. AT gun, however, is going to turn backwards to fire on that AA half-track. Gets a shot off before getting DQ'd by the captain. And there's a bulldozer on the field as well. Quite a bit of scary stuff in the American arsenal, including a Stug. And the Oster player is now getting a 2-2-1. What he thinks he will accomplish with a 2-2-1 at this point is beyond me. But, so are a lot of things I've witnessed this game.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
In all fairness. Well, I guess 2-2-1, not the worst decision we've seen so far.
We have a new scout car.
Scout car on the field. Mortar half-track bombarding these riflemen as they try to take control of the munitions. Most of the American army continues to sit AFK. AA half-track needs repairs. Crew needs to hop out. This crew needs to hop out. Scout car dies instantly, which is exactly what we were expecting to happen, so I'm certainly not really surprised. Okay. Apparently that scout car didn't have the effect he was hoping it would. And that rifle squad dies to just standing still in front of a mortar and 2 grenadier squads. And sector artillery just got deployed on the victory point. I've never seen that before, so this, I guess, could be interesting. Doesn't seem like anything's happening. I heard 1 shell. Oh, it only works in your own artillery. So he captured the sector and now it doesn't do anything. Well, that was a great usage of 200 munitions. It took out 3 rear echelon troop models. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he didn't really need that munitions anyway. Grenadiers taking control of the left side victory point. Light AT mine got detonated there, I guess. The game's getting pretty quiet again.
This is a nice spot of land, and it is ours.
We have a mortar team available for deployment.
Makes a light attempt at taking the center. Doesn't go too well. Mortar continues to bombard this area. Gonna make another attempt for the center, maybe. Oh, deploys smoke bombs. This is pretty much asking for that bulldozer to attack ground. That is just the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh god. Okay, that missed. RNG bombs just got deployed in the center. Oh god, if that lands off target over here. Okay, phew. That would have wiped his entire army. Fortunately, he retreated just in time. He has now made 3 mortar half-tracks. And the Stug and AA half-track are moving to counter his only mortar half-track army. And the autocannon didn't fire because he never stopped moving. Stug missing all of its shots, proving once again that it's just a fantastic assault gun. And 40K is pretty much boxed into his base. This captain is walking into his own RNG bombs. That captain's so gonna die. Here it comes, oh god. I knew it. And I guess the game's even, maybe? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. 40K has a victory point lead. And Lieutenant's just gonna sit AFK until he's dead, I'm sure. Oh no, he retreated this time. Good for him. They're gonna retreat away from that Stug / AA half-track. Bulldozer is moving up to contribute something, maybe?
A peg gun is ready for orders.
Three mortar half-tracks just hanging out in 40K's base. Makes an AT gun again. Still no tier 4 units produced. He's built all 4 tiers. And after building all 4 tiers, proceeded to purchase only call-in units. Just mortar half-track spam. Finally purchases a core unit again, gets himself an AT gun for some protection against the allied armor swarm. M10 has not yet received repairs. Been AFK over here for like 5 full minutes. Bunch of stuff here. Stuff over here. I'm gonna see another engagement. Anti-tank gun self-sighting, moving straight up into that bulldozer. Bulldozer shot slightly off target. And here comes some more RNG bombs. Oh god, retreat from the RNG bombs. That one lands way in the retreat path, fortunately does not hit anything. Just a matter of time before that AT gun is blasted, but the bulldozer's just hanging out in front of it, taking a ton of damage. And it's destroyed. RNG bombs did not see fit to destroy that anti-tank gun. Now the... Okay, Stug clears it out with a lucky hit. Thought that anti-air half-track was gonna die too. Was not to be. More than half-tracks pounding away at this stuff over here.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And you know, one thing you see generally in lower skill games is resource float. I have to applaud these players for at least spending all their money. At least they're doing that. Stug and M10 destroy. One mortar half track. The remaining two will be soon to follow, I'm sure.
Foes are behind our lines. Headquarters attacked.
Stug, M2 M10s, and an AT gun now trying to go for the annihilation victory. A fresh anti-tank gun has been fielded to fire on these vehicles. And we'll convince them to pull back to safety for now. Engagement on the right side will not go well. Fighting position has been built, and 40k will call GG. Allies win. So, for this game, really the biggest issue is idle units. Idle units and unit preservation, and just terrible build decisions. By the Oster, by the US player, we saw pretty standard stuff. M10 kind of fun to see. But yeah, idle units. You gotta keep those units going, or the game just lasts an unnecessarily long time. You want to try and keep your units active, aggressive, get territory under control. Push your opponent back into his base and finish out the game. Good game. Allies win.